The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Milan.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here. And Hollins! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Besiktas with the corner, they're first. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Pressing high and with purpose. Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Messi. Iniesta. Iniesta going face to face with his great rival. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Pirlo. For Messi. And it's Messi. Messi. Owen. Well-timed, excellent interception. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Tries to play it through. Great vision. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Chance! Goal! Besiktas! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Besiktas have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Xavi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Totti. And this is Nedved. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that every...
And the shot! It's Xavi! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Thuram has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. The most accurate pass. And it's Iniesta. Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Good read, needed to be. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, no joy this time. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Thuram. Nedved. And he's intervened well there. Iniesta. Xavi. 15 minutes till half-time. And the ball's gone astray. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's a key interception. And he's found a way past. Now there's a fine ball. Can he finish? And it's come back out to him. Iniesta. Pirlo. And it's Iniesta. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Xavi. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now Pirlo. Milan finding their passes.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Xavi. Iniesta. Romario. And here's Messi. Iniesta goes back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Now it's Iniesta! It's in he goes again! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
That's a shade optimistic. But he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Besiktas can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution.
And we're off again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram. That has ended up in no man's land. Thuram is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And this is Owen. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Nicely aimed pass. Milan looking to pass their way through. Nedved. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Thuram has given away a free kick. Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Cristiano Ronaldo! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. And he's quick to snatch it back. Looking to play him in. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
That is a brilliant interception. Xavi. To Messi. And it's Xavi. And it's Iniesta. Romario. Shot, surely! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Totti takes control of it and he's on the move. And this is Nedved. Pass somewhat off target. Picked up and Owen! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Owen has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Oh, terrible pass. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Looking for options for movement. And this is Totti. Big chance! Sticks it away! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Crossed it again. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Romario. Iniesta. Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Xavi. For Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Engages and forces him off the ball. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Xavi. Now it's Hullet. Zanetti. That has been cut short. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Owen.
Besiktas have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Now this could be a chance. And he shoots! Yes! And they are cruising away. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Besiktas are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Besiktas find a position of real strength now. Now it's Totti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Davids. He's had a shot! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
And time is up. Besiktas pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Besiktas.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Pinches it off him. Brilliantly cut out. De Jong. Wirtz. And it's Ferdinand. Tomiyasu. It's Van Dijk. Saliba. Neither side especially adventurous early on. He's under a lot of pressure there. Nicely weighted ball. Ribéry has it in a wide position. Nedved, well read, and the danger is averted. Rashford. De Jong. Pullet. Pullet will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Decent progress down the left. And this is Owen. An uncompromising challenge. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
That's gone loose. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's forced to go back. Pressing hard. Could be danger here. Van Dijk is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Neither side yet able to find the net. Pull it. Now it's Van Basten. Driving forward. Oh, it's a decent chance!
And the keeper has reacted superbly there. Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And now they can spring out of defence. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rashford. Pull it. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Pull it. Showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Played out wide. Now the cross. There's the header! And he's done it! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Superb timing to generate that power. Threw a really strong net behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
Number 22.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Ribery. Now it's Nedved.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. De Jong is the team's great visionary.
Besiktas truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Rashford. And it's Gullit. Now it's Rashford. Ribery. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Half-time getting close now. In with the challenge. And that's another good win of the ball. Vieira. Pull it. And this is Van Basten. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Rashford has created one goal already. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Cannavaro. And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Volunteers for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
Here we go again.
Besiktas can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Big chance! They've done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Looking for the run. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Oh, it's Van Basten. And he's there to retrieve it. That's an imaginative... He's got full! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path. Malaysia clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you...
And that is wildly off target.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And it's De Jong. And that's going right the way across. Interception, his positioning was spot on. Pull it. De Jong was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pull it. He's a sharp little ball here, and he's worked it through. Schmeichel gets it away. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get it through? Can he latch onto this? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bullet has found the net here, of course. Van Dijk. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that's been won straight back. Rashford looking to run onto it. Thuram. Oh, easy pickings there. Ferdinand. Wirtz, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Ferdinand. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Nicked it back promptly. And he shoots! Goal! Besiktas! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
time for changes on
İlk
both
defa
sides,
bu
actually.
evde, bu kasabada
Well, this is what we've been
kendimi
waiting
iyi
for.
hissediyorum. Rahat
Listen, when it
hissediyorum.
comes to goals, Peter, in
Canımda
this
bir
team,
hayatım yük
he's
yokmuş
always the
gibi
number one
omuzlarımda.
contender, and he's done it again.
Kurtuldum artık. Cezaevinde
Well, there's
çok rahat
plenty
geçti bu
to
sene.
like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Ben eskiden cezaevinde gökyüzüne bakamazdım mesela.
Bout of passing here,
Öyle bir
really.
kimse iyi gelir. Bana acı verdi. Dört duvarın arasında dışarıda koşma boya yaşamak varken
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
baktım.
Oh, beautifully dispatched.
Hepsi
There
sessiz
was no
ayakta.
Just
reaching that.
way
Sen
too
bana
good,
inandın ya.
Peter. The keeper was never going to stop him.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that save.
Gözlerinin içine baktığımda
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An
gözünün
impact
çocuğu
sub.
gördüm ben. Beni sana çeken buydu galiba.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a
Sokaklarda
hurry.
yaşama savaşı
Tails
verdiğim
most
günler.
definitely up now.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Early
Ben o
ball.
çocuğa inandım.
Bullish header.
Ondan kötülük
And the ball
gelmeyeceğine.
has fallen kindly here. And that is doing no harm at all.
Pardon. Annem arıyor benim.
Well seen.
Kalkmam lazım
Saw that
artık.
coming.
That was well played.
Ne güzel
Well
konuşuyorduk ya.
Daha konuşuruz. Uzun uzun var bir vakit.
And he's intervened well
İyi ki
there.
varsın.
Now, can they get him away? Gravenberg. That's a sharp pass.
Sana da iyi ki varsın.
There will be 3 minutes
Veron
added
does
time.
well to get it back. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's a shade optimistic.
Az o zaman.
Tomiyasu.
Görüşürüz.
Mbappe
Evdekilere
chasing
selam
after
söyle.
it. Brahim Diaz providing an outlet on that flank. That pass isn't the best. It's Rui Costa. He's had a shot! Oh, what about that?
Hungry for more? Shop Wayfair for more savings.
Well, it would have been harder to miss. Again, that's
Abla
terrific
siz beni
movement,
gördüğünü
Peter,
görüyor
and an even
musunuz?
better pass.
Babam Metin abiyi yakalamış.
And that will be the final act.
Benim hiçbir şeyden haberim yok da her şey sizin Nereye? Ablacığım, birimizin arası iyi olsun ki durumu düzeltebilelim. Bak, strateji bunlar. Öyle mi? Sus. Bir olay ne? Onu anlayalım, ondan sonra kafamızı kullanırız. Ben halledeceğim. Nilüfer. Nilüfer. Metin abi. Ya seni... Görmeyeceğim. Demedim mi? Var. Babam seni kucağımıza... Nilüfer.
Ne yapıyorsunuz kızlar siz?
Ya sen ne yüzle buraya geliyorsun ya? Gitsene babam istemiyor seni anlamıyorsun. Git. Bir dakika.
Durun.
Bırak. Baba biz çok özür dileriz. Açıklayacaktık sana ama doğru bir zaman bulamadık.
Biliyorum. Biliyorum kızım biliyorum. Tamam. Metin'i gördüm. İşinde de bayağı usta. Hiç merak etmeyin. Ayrıca müşteriler de beğendi onu. Bize de bir zarar gelmiyor. Yani ailesini de buraya taşımış. O da evine ekmek götürsün değil mi?
Değil mi ya? Değil mi? Evet. Bence de canım abi. Bak bu biraz şey oldu. Sert oldu. Pardon.
Taşı çıkart çantamdan.
Sizin neyse elimden geçer ama demiştin zaten babam dedi. Kahve yapıyor karşıma demiştim. Ben kahve yapacağım sizin ikinize. Oklavayla yapacağım. İkinize oklavayla yapacağım kahve.
Tamam sakin ol bir şey yok.
Ben hiçbir şey anlamadım. Ben hiçbir şey anlamıyorum şu an. Kalbini kırmadı inşallah babam. Neden Nilüfer burnunu kırmadı yani.
Sakin ol. Güzelim. Her şey yolunda. Hiçbir şey yok.
Nasıl yani ben anlamıyorum. Ben anlamıyorum. Babama da bir ekstra anlayış yüklendi. Böyle bir canı sıkkın son zamanlarda. Anlayışlı da gibiydi. Kalbini mi kırdı? Pişman mı oldu?
Hayır yahu. Öyle kötü de görünmüyordu Süleyman amca. Her şey yolunda. Geldi birkaç soru sordu. Sonra yumuşadı. En başından beri biliyormuş zaten Süleyman amca. Takip etmiş beni. İşte bir şans vermek istemiş. Ondan sonra zararsız birisi olduğumu anlayınca da gelip konuştum. Ettik. Kötü hiçbir şey yok. Hem olsa ne olur? Hallolur. Hallolur ya, her şey düzelir. Ya bizim seninle halledemeyeceğimiz bir şey var mı Yasemin? Ormanda adam dövmüşlüğümüz var. Her şey düzelir, tamam mı? Sen hiçbir şeye canını sıkma.
Tamam amma çok düzelir dedin. En büyük problem bu değil miydi? Ne düzelmeyecek bir şey mi var? Ne oluyor?
Hayır, yok. Canımın içi yok. Kötü hiçbir şey yok. Demek ediyorum ya. Olsa ne olur? Hallolur, her şey düzelir. Benim gitmem lazım. Yasemin çok geç kaldım, tamam mı? Ben gidiyorum. Sen de hiçbir şeye canını sıkmıyorsun, tamam mı? Hadi öptüm.
Kızlar için özür dilerim.
Hiç sorun değil, tamam mı?
Kızlar.
Well, this 4-4-2
We all fantasize
formation
about our
is often
perfect
used
home.
in the modern era.
But let's get
defensively.
real for a minute.
But it used to be the
For
gold
a start,
standard
who are these
formations a
guys?
generation or so ago, Peter. And it does
What's
allow
going on
the
here?
fullbacks to play a key
Perfect
role
on
in
the
attack.
space.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
This is Owen. Cannavaro defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man.
Çok güzel değil mi?
Çok güzel.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Eze, he is onto this.
Hayır.
Eze!
Ama sen daha
Hit
güzelsin.
the crossbar.
Aydan da güneşten de daha güzelsin.
Ayra.
And he's picked it up out wide. Crossing,
Sen
looks like
tutar
he
mıydın?
takes big.
Barcelona
tutma be.
definitely are on top of things in these early stages,
Bir de
Peter.
seni
If
özledim.
this is how they intend to go
Gelin
on, I
görünce.
think the opposition...
Fena oldu.
Finish!
Gece gece
That's
gözlerim
what you
bayram
call
etti.
inspired goalkeeping.
Ya
I think
Bayram
he's
ya.
done great there, both
Kandırıyor
reading it
beni.
and dealing with it.
Can
We
bunda
have
utanacak ne
our
var?
first corner.
Hem yani ben seni seviyorum Esmer'e.
Besiktas
Şu ay,
has
şu
the chance
gökyüzü,
to go the other
bütün
way.
dünya duysun. Ben Esmer'i seviyorum ya.
This is
Ya sus ya. Abim duyacak canından
Oh, the ball's
susadı.
come loose
Ya,
here.
benim
Just
kimseden korkum
eases
yok.
him off the ball.
Kim duyarsa duysun.
Eyvallah benim var. Abim duyarsa seni kıtır kıtır keser. Ben de ömrünün sonuna kadar senin hasretinle yaşar.
Vallahi mı kız?
It's a
Özlüyor musun
searching
beni?
pass. And he's picked out the run.
Özlerim tabii.
Dida
Özlemem mi
with the
hiç?
clearance.
Ben de seni özlerim. Ama böyle çok özlerim
Well
ben.
seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Esmer kız ne yapıyorsun orada?
Running strong and purposeful.
Eyvah abim.
Well, I'm not quite sure
Canım bir
he
vakti.
needed to hold
İkiniz
up play
baş başa.
quite as much as he did
Ne yapıyorsun lan
then.
sen bu
A
saatte
couple of
burada
his
anda benim
teammates
bacımla?
were...
Valla bir Sus konuşma daha fazla. İlk gördüğümde niyetim ciddi bir mavallar okuyordum. Sonun
They've got to be
geldi
quick
oğlum.
moving this forward.
Bittin lan sen. Abi valla niyetim ciddi ben seviyorum. Lan kimi seviyorsun kimi?
Kimi olacak bu bizim pembeyi?
This time. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Well, it's certainly
Sen
not a
pembe mi
drama
seviyorsun
for
lan?
Peter.
Ha,
It's
pembe
had its
sevdiğim
moments.
bir renktir. Ama ne
Dida
alıyorum?
claims comfortable.
İlahi Bayram. Çok şakacısın. Sen dedin ya bizim komşu kızı pembeye aşık oldun. Onu seviyorum dedin. Geldin buraya benden yardım istedin ya.
Ben mi?
Bellingham
sen.
charging forward, the
Doğru
ball at
ben.
his feet.
Bak duydun mu abi? Gördün mü? Pembeye aşık olmuş. Buraya geldi benden yardım istedi. Onu konuşuyorduk.
Well measured.
Bak sen bizim
Receives it in a
bağırıyor
wide
ya.
position.
Demek sen komşu kızı
That's
pembeyi
just
seviyorsun
playing
ha?
it safe and
Sorma
simple.
abi. Pembe sevda.
That was not
Ha,
good.
oğlum en başından söylesene ona.
Oh,
Kızına
super
nasıl da
ball.
üzülüyordu. Kızımı evlendiremeyeceğim evde kalacak diye. Hay ya.
The
Ha,
defence just
tamam.
about came
Ben
out
sizin
on top.
aranızı
They
yaparım.
were certainly
Sen merak
tested.
etme. Zaten arası benim evim olur.
There's a chance for
Evren,
a shot.
evren. Hakkı var üzerinde.
Oh, Barcelona!
Benden haber bekle Bayram.
In front.
Bu işi de olmuş muyum?
One
Hadi
sneaky
görüşürüz.
move, executed
Yürü kız.
with deadly efficiency.
Kusura bakma Bayram ya. Ben seni kurtarmak için.
Something out of nothing there. A few
Kız hadi
seconds
yürü
was all
yürü.
it took for them to convert the
Geliyorum
defensive
abi.
situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I've fallen loose again.
Pembeciğim ya. İnşallah güzeldir.
I think that's great defending. He just
diyorum
made
ben?
sure he was in the
Bayram
right
ya.
place to block it. I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Kasabalıkta da bu ara bir popülerim, bir şeyim ya.
Cuts it out.
Tutuluyorlar.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Besiktas clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Sarı.
And that's gone loose.
Besiktas truly have no need to panic. They
Sarı.
can reassess at half time.
Can he
Sarı.
get on the end of this? Shapes to shoot.
Sarı dayı.
Tries to pass it through.
Allah Allah, nerede bu adam ya?
And again they run up against stubborn defending.
Ya Şerif Bey, aylar var ki sen buraya gelmezdiniz. Hoş geldin, sefa geldin. Hayırdır?
It's Totti.
Sarı, ben senden konuşmaya geldim.
Roberto Carlos.
Şimdi sizin sesinizi
Looking to
duyunca
build up this. Plenty of
dedim
really
herhalde
nice
Şerif
passing.
Bey canına susadı.
Looking for a
Oğlum
run.
Tırfan, git bakayım. Şerif amcama bir bardak su getir, al bunu da beyazımı da koymuş mu
Very, very good. You
yerine?
can't ask for much more than that.
İstemez Sarı dayı.
Barcelona have their second corner
Ben
now.
senden buraya didişmeye, kavga etmeye gelmedim. Sana zeytin dalı uzatmaya geldim. Vallahi şimdi zeytin dalı dedin ya. Bir zeytini duydum ya, böyle can evimden yakalandık
This
beni.
is Totti.
Hadi buyur bakalım, otur, ayakta kalma.
Most people don't realise they actually are eligible for Juniper's Weight Health programme. It starts with a quick online quiz. Just a few questions about your health and goals.
And we've reached
Olma.
half time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal.
Söyle bakalım,
Still
hayırdır?
anybody's game here.
Maşallah.
It's
Görüşme
impressive
yerinde,
that
şende, enerjinde yerinde. Öyleyim, öyleyimdir. Malum, bu hayat böyle çok da ciddiye alınacak kadar bir şey değil zannımca. Ben o sebepten onu takmıyorum kafaya, bunu takmıyorum kafaya. Ne oluyor? İçimden bir gençlik enerjisi çıkıyor. Güzel. Güzel. Sarı. Bak, ben kısa ve net konuşacağım. Diyorum ki, geçmişte yaşadıklarımızın üstüne bir sünger çekelim. Yeniden çalışmaya başlayalım ha. Ne dersin? Vallahi düşünüyorum, taşınıyorum da benim hayatımın en güzel günleri seninle o eski İzbe kulübede buluştuğumuz günlermiş. Benim elim ayağım olduğun günler. Ne dersin? Ha? Yine çalışır mısın benimle? Yani Şerif Bey, çok yanlış yere gelmişsin ya. Ben o illegal işleri bıraktım.
There's the start of the second
Benim
half.
artık bir ailem var kardeşim, Ahmet var,
Well, I think in
Yılmaz'ımız
these
var, 2 tane
circumstances, it's
yeğenim
all
var.
about how to adjust the
Ya
balance
sana
of your team.
illegal iş
I
yap
mean,
diyen oldu
you
mu?
want to get back in it as soon
Her
as
şeyin
possible,
resmi olsun.
but without leaving yourself
Gel
too
benim
open.
korumalığımı yap. Ha? Bak, senin gibi iş bitiren becerikli adamlara ihtiyacım var benim.
Tries to play it
Sarı,
through.
benim de artık alakam yok öyle illegal işlerle.
Zanetti.
Bak, belli ki senin ailenin varlığı düzeltmiş.
Look at the space here.
Benimki tam tersi. Beni de kaybettiklerim düzeltti.
Now it's Cruyff.
Artık ne itibarım var, ne bir
Lovely
namım.
pass, but can he get there?
Ne de bir
Both
kızım.
running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Şimdi sen böyle aile deyince tabii.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Madem öyle diyorsunuz,
Bellingham.
olur çalışırsın.
And that's played in low.
Çalışalım.
Reclaimed it. And the shot.
Yalnız benim de sizden bir küçük bir ricam olacaktı Şerif Bey.
Nedved is
Benim
offering
yanımda
a
bir
right
çalışan bir
smile there.
çocuk var. Benim çok sevdiğim bir tarım aleti pullu.
So, third corner of the
O
game.
içeri düştü mapusta. Çocuk orada heder olacak. Yanımda hiç kimsesi yok, bir şey yok. Böyle bir çocuk diyorum, harap olmadan. Böyle bir avukat tutar mısınız ona? Sarı,
That looks a decent ball.
sen bana evet dedin ya.
Besiktas are looking
Senin
to go
pulluğuna
forward
da,
now.
orağına da sahip çıkarım, hiç merak etme.
Back into the middle. Crosses it.
Ha, bu arada paraları al.
Well, they could break here.
Kasabada ihtiyacı olanlara
Besiktas
dağıt.
still this single goal behind.
Belki bana karşı olan kinleri biraz yumuşar.
Unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Hadi selametle, hoşça kal. Selametle Şerif Bey,
Eze
selametle
is
sağ
sporting
olasın.
a guilty look after that.
The pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Vay arkadaş ya.
Veron can see things others simply cannot. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, important interception.
Yani Şerif Bey bile merhamete durar olmuş ya. İmana gelir olmuş. Allah Allah ya. Hayat işte hayat. Ne oldu demeyeceksin. Bak.
Speed of thoughts, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Ne güzel oldu bak.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Sen benim kim
Oh,
olduğumu
with this
biliyorsun.
kind of authority,
Ben kim
Peter, why
olduğumu
not
biliyorum.
push on and totally kill this off?
Oh, and a chance! And yes, it's there!
Geçmişte kaldı artık. Bir daha oralara dönüş yok.
And that is about as cool as they come.
Hayatta
He
kalmak
picks his
için
spot expertly.
tamam başka
Peter, I think
yollar
the keeper
seçtin
knew
kendine.
straight
Başka
away
bir
he was
hayat
never going to
yaşadın.
get to it.
Ama artık onların
A sick
hepsi
test get
bitti
themselves
gitti.
back into contention.
Değil mi oğlum?
Oh, we have a very different game in our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
Bak. Bundan sonra eski hayatına bulaşmayacaksın. Adımıza yakışır biçimde yaşayacaksın.
Is being told in no
Sen
uncertain
adınla
terms
sanınla
that this
cennetin
will be
çocuğusun.
his
Bundan sonra da
final
öyle
warning.
yaşayacaksın.
It is a
Anlaştık
fair
mı?
distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go.
Güzel. Bundan sonra kabalıkla, zorbalıkla iş çözmek yok. Hele hele yalana, harama asla bulaşılmayacak. Söz mü?
Tamam.
Can he get it through? There's no flag.
Tamam kalbim yok.
Roberto Carlos played in
Sen
with
hiç merak
purpose.
etme. Ben cennetin evladıyım.
Nicely
Ona
aimed
yakışır bir
pass.
şekilde yaşayacağım.
We've
Hiç
got to
merak
make
etme
this
sen.
nice and quick.
Olur.
Now, can they get him away? And this is Owen, and he's onside. Good decision by the keeper. Got that
Anne benden
exactly
nasıl
right.
biliyorsunuz ya?
Sen
Checked it well
kokumuz
to
var.
emerge with the
Gel
ball.
buraya gel.
That's a
Gel
contest to keep an
annem
eye
gel.
on.
Gel annem. Biz sensiz sarılırız. Gel.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright.
Mr.
It
Carfiner,
didn't faze him.
why
not
shouldn't I
the
just
slightest.
claim myself?
But you can. Let's make absolutely sure you get everything you're owed. It pays to have expert lawyers like Slater and Gordon by your side.
Go to SlaterGordon.tv now.
This is by far one of the most underrated things I've bought for my toddler. It's a modular toy set that not only provides endless entertainment, but also develops your child's critical thinking and fine motor skills. Children love putting together the different vehicles, lorries, planes, boats, and more, and transforming them into a super robot. Thanks to the clever magnetic connections, it's child's play to put the pieces together without getting frustrated. And the best thing is the Constructor is not just a toy, but also an educational tool. As kids play, hand-eye coordination improves, and problem-solving skills are strengthened. More self-confidence with every game, another plus point. Constructo helps to minimize chaos in the children's room. The various parts can be stored neatly, and thanks to the robust ABS material, the toy is durable and safe. Trust me,
Have got changes
it's an
here
investment
from
that
both
you won't
sides, in
regret.
fact. Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They played with great courage to try and kill this off. And
Maşallah,
for me, it looks
yüzün
like
gülüyor.
they've just about done it.
İskender'i kurtarmışsınız. Ha? Evet. Suçsuz olduğu ortaya çıktı çok
Barcelona
şükür.
appear to be happy
Sen
to
de
let
kabul
their
etsen
front
iyi olur
players
Ahmetciğim.
stay up front all
Onca
the
suç
time.
işledikten sonra
Well,
suçsuz
it's
çıktı
set
öyle
up,
mi?
he goes.
Kızım bizim ailemizi paramparça etti. Bundan daha büyük bir suç olabilir mi?
To within.
Sen de karşıma geçmiş onun suçsuzluğundan bahsediyorsun. Gönül sen birazcık aklını başına toplasana. Anne İskender yapmadı diyorum ya sana. Aksine babamın hayatını bile kurtardı. Aa iyi o zaman. Ha bir de madalya takalım. Ha başımıza da tac edelim mi? Ya sana daha kaç kere söyleyeceğim. Masum diye değişti diye sen daha ne istiyorsun ben anlamadım ki. Cezasını çekmesini istiyorum Gönül. Sen bunu anlamıyor musun? Bizden uzak dursun istiyorum. Ama tabii sen uzak durmuyorsun ki adamın dibindesin. O adam, yanındakiler, bütün her şey onların yüzünden oldu. Başımıza ne geldiyse bunların yüzünden geldi. Ben evimi terk ettim buraya geldim. Elimizde ne var ne yoksa almadılar mı bunlar bizden? Anne, anne falan deme bana. Masummuş. Nesi masum bu adamın? Eli kanlı katil işte.
Şükran yeter. Ne yaşandıysa yaşandı. Ne yaşandıysa benim yüzümden yaşandı. Ben sahip çıkamadım size. Ben koruyamadım. Ne kazandıklarımızı ne de sizi.
Sana da bravo Musi. Sana da bravo. Hep senin yaptığın şey bu. Ya kusur sende ya da bende. Başka kimsede kusur yok değil mi? İyi. Hadi bakalım. İkinizin de gözü aydın. İskender kurtuldu. Biz yine kaybettik. Ama ben daha fazla kaybetmek istemiyorum. Bana bak. Derhal tayini isteyeceksin, gideceğiz buradan. Anlaşıldı mı?
Anne sen ne dediğinin farkında mısın?
Ben farkındayım. Sen farkında mısın? Tez vakitte tayin dilekçeni vereceksin. Konu kapandı kızım.
Anne!
Ne anne? Ben anneysem, eğer benim birazcık hatırım varsa ya buradan hep beraber gideriz ya da ben başımı alıp giderim. Sen de baba kız burada oturursunuz, alırsınız o İskender denen adamı da mutlu mesut yaşarsınız. Yeter artık.
More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Kolay gelsin Yaşar abi. Hoş geldin Kamil. Aman İskender kusura bakma. Alışamadık da. Abi ne fark eder ha Kamil ha İskender. 6 taneydi. Evet. Ama sen zahmet etme. Bizim çocuklar halleder. Yok abi ben hallederim. Eyvallah.
Savunun. Büyük İskender geldi. Bir daha bu çocuğa bulaşanı yakarım. Asıl Büyük İskender benim. Çekilin bakayım. Siz olun Büyük İskender. Ben diyorum ya.
Respect all round. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah, he's proof positive that being a top-class centre-half isn't all about physicality and height. You know, he's only 5'9", but he's imperious in the air. It just goes to show the importance of how he reads the game, the anticipation, the positioning.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Not the most accurate pass. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Bale. Mateus. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Mohamed Salah going face-to-face with his great rival. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Messi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, can they get him away? It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Davids. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. McTominay. Oh, that's superb.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Yeah, can see things others simply cannot. And that's going to be a booking. Koeman. Cannavaro. Played out towards the right wing. And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good, terrific header. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Cannavaro. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Robertson. Now it's Bale. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. And he's in on goal. Oh, well played, well played. That's really well manoeuvred. Ferdinand defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Pinches it off him. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Mateus. Mateus showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. And Mateus. Threads one in. Now it's Mbappe. And he's managed to get Mbappe! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Owen. Oh, super ball. An uncompromising challenge. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Robertson, and that has left him in a heap. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period.
And quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who
How's
is
the
down
first
the
half
road
compared
under
with
the
your
walls today?
expectation?
Please
Well,
look
there's
at the
one
screen
standout,
for
Peter, that
information on
needs
how to find
improving,
your way
and that's
onto
the passing.
stadium.
All too often it's been found wanting, you know, much to the frustration of everyone around. And I'd go so far as to say that it's the biggest contributor as to why we have the scoreline we do.
Kick-off, it's goalless at half-time. And a chance! Really well taken goal. The breakthrough strike. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So we have the first goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, there's a probing ball. Good ball, good take. He's having a shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. No mistake. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Alexander-Arnold. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Ferdinand kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. That pass isn't the best. Now it's Mohamed Salah. No, again there's no way through. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Oh, super find. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Robertson. And it's Koeman. Vieira. Mateus. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Vieira has been caught there. It's a foul.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Knocks it out wide. Delivers with big header. Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Besiktas do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Out towards the flank, back into the middle. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Tries the shots! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up soon.
Real chance! He scores! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Thuram makes the interception. That has not gone well. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Cristiano Ronaldo. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there. And this is Drogba. Brilliantly cut out. McTominay. Muscular approach does pay off here. He's in a good... And the finish! Goal! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending! How very smart. He just got it right.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Besiktas give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Drogba did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Cannavaro. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. Mateus. Bullet. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking to play him in. Great ball if he can get... Takes a shot! It's hit the upright. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's through, it's one. Oh, in! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
So, what's your view on that goal then?
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
Small move! Oh, taken with style. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Nigeria grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Looking to go deep. Big header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Now that's well seen too. Brahim Diaz. Marmoush.
Marmoush really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played into space. Oh, played through for the wide man. That has not gone well. Played out wide. Roberto Carlos. Played into the box. That is a brilliant interception. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. The referee's awarded a free kick, and he has shown him a yellow card. Decent hit and on target. He's found a way through. It's run loose here. Oh, not quite. Ronaldinho. And it's Diaz. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho ploughing through the middle. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It's a pretty loose pass. a lovely, neat pass. So much time and space here. Decent shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Nicked it back promptly. Alonso. Xabi Alonso showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Driving forward. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Cruyff. He's got away. Hangs one in. And that could well leave a mark. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Ronaldinho. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
Nigeria clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is. And it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
He's a sharp little ball here. That's been slipped through. Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rijkaard. Ronaldinho gets a foot in here. Great ball if he can get there. And he's intervened well there. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Davids gets over and intercepts. And it's Diaz. Triol calmly anticipates. Now it's Hullet. Tries to pass it through. That's a sharp pass. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now who's going to be first to this? And this is Marmouche. Hullet. Great vision. He's going to be disappointed with that. And the first 45 minutes are up. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
And a quick
So
reminder
in they
today
come for the
to
break
please
with
take
nothing to
all
separate them.
bins
The score
located by the
1-1.
entrance gates. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Besiktas get the ball rolling for the second period. And he cuts out the supply. Cannavaro cuts it out. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Costa Curta. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rijkaard. Xabi Alonso. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for options for movement. Not the most accurate pass. Well read, nice interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And Marmouche! And here's Brahim Diaz. Veron. Cruyff quietly revving up. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that was very necessary. Well, they've got it again. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Brahim Diaz. Ronaldinho. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
There's no flag. Oh, good take in a good area. Shapes to shoot! He won't be happy with that one. Oh, super ball. Pull it! It's run loose. Oh, what has happened? And one more try! Goal! Besiktas! Into the lead once more. As simple as you like. The outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Substitution for Nigeria. Number 4.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what system they'll be playing with now, Peter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? This is Owen. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now that looks a decent ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, that's well spotted. Now, can they get him away? Zanetti. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Ronaldinho. Now it's Rashford. The defence opting here for strength in numbers.
Nigeria really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining.
Takes a shot! He's got a goal! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Substitution for Nigeria. Number 10.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Besiktas go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Rashford.
Number 2. Ruben Neves.
Cruyff.
Substitution in
Now it's
progress.
Owen. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Besiktas clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Well, nicely intercepted. Nesta goes sliding in. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's Diaz. Rashford. He's through, now is he in? Succumbs to the pressure. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Roberto Carlos. Looking to play him in. And he's running through. And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And again! Now it's Bullet. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Rashford. Rashford purring through the gears. Bullet. And it's been played through. And Cruyff! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are through. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Looking for the run. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Nedved. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Mateus. Pirlo. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passes. And Del Piero! He scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy. Just one! He scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Was there ever any doubt?
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
It's Roberto! Oh, it's... and again! Changes him with it. And another try! Goal! You don't keep those outs. He knew. He just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That's Nedved. Look at the space here. Good read, needed to be. This is Owen. Owen! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And he cuts out the supply. Pirlo. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And it's Hullet. There were Better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Messi. Oh, he's been caught napping. Otto promptly onto that, and that is that. Pirlo. Now it's Del Piero. And it's Roberto Carlos. He's through here. That's good play. Del Piero going face to face with his great rival. Pullet will not want to lose out here. Mateus! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mateus is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Now it's Pullet. Yaya Toure. Caught offside that time. Well, they've got it again. Mateus.
Besiktas are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best.
And Del Piero! And again the keeper stands strong. And here's Del Piero. Pullet purring through the gears. Oh, that's delightful. Owen looking to add to his goal. Now it's Nedved. He's shifting through the gears here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's an excellent interception.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pirlo.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And it's Otto. And it's Messi. Out towards the flank. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Pullet. Now it's Nedved. Pullet threads one in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. Business. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence that was never missing.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Nedved gets into a good position. Back would it go? They're on! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Roberto Carlos. Pullet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely weighted ball. Shot a goal! They're on.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Pullet charging forward, the ball at his feet. And it's Pullet looking to He's had a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Ambitious ball here. And the whistle goes for half-time. Besiktas are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. Second period then underway. Well, that is one way to stop him. Roberto Carlos, Pirlo. Nedved, that has ended up in no man's land. Yaya Toure, can he get it? And pull it! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? And he up he goes! Has another go! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Leicester cuts out the pass. Yaya Toure. And it's Del Piero. And this is Owen. Veron. And he's found a way. And the shot! Fantastic from Veron!
As responses to a half-time team talk go, that tops the lot. Of course, it enhances his reputation, and it has to give this team a surge of belief, surely.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get...
And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Owen really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He gets big. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Ferdinand has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card. And it's Yaya Toure.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Pull it. Yaya Toure is the... Yaya Toure! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Big chance! Oh, another save. Besiktas are looking to break at pace. Roberto Carlos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And Del Piero! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's Del Piero. Gets a good foot in there. Otto. And this is Messi. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And This is Nedved. Pass somewhat off target.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Can he get it through? Takes a shot! Sticks it away! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh no, this does not look good. Played over towards the opposite flank. Yaya Toure. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Roberto Carlos. Shot could be on. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Yaya Toure. For Yaya Toure. He's gone for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substitution on the field.
The message is simple. Defend this with your lives.
Number 14.
They've played it short.
Number 21. Hero. Number 22.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Number 11. Mbappe. Number 5.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Number 20.
That's very neat. Nedved. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Will be 3 minutes at a time.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. The ball's not gone well. And time is up. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. And already we're underway here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Donatoni. Rice. Ball played for Kokchu. Kokchu was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's definitely not his best. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Now he's got space here, and he's picked it up out wide, hoisted in. Totti. Nedved.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Pass is intercepted. Now it's Mbappe.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective
Oh, he's been caught, and the shot! It's not an especially good pass, that. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe gets big! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Arsenal with the corner. There first. It's a mighty effort! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
He's in a good position here. Oh, that was vital. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Mbappe, he is onto this. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part of a forward's duties.
Tries a measured ball. Great chance! Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Things starting to look very comfortable. Takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Donatoni. Looking for a runner. That is good alertness. And it's Owen. Marquinhos. Kokchu is always scanning the pitch for targets. That's a little off target. Oh, it's come loose. White. Rice looking to run onto it. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Mbappe. Plenty of space out wide here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Neymar really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Creole calmly anticipates. Kokchu.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Neymar. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's got away. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Neymar. And he plays one through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Henrique Neymar! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And the half-time whistle goes. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
We expected better, and so did he. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nicely weighted ball. That's a nicely shaped ball. Almost ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Marquinhos. And it's Kokchu. And it's Rice. Now it's Neymar. Knocks it into space.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Owen. No messing about. Just bludgeoned away. Rice, who does have an assist to his name. Aims beyond the defence. Neymar's cross. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Kokchu. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Nedved. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
Rodri. Attendance for this match was 60,810.
So we've reached the hour mark. Passes short and sharp. He's tried one! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Arsenal have their second corner now.
Coming on the field is number 8, Hazard.
Besiktas have the chance to go the other way. And it's Neymar. Not the most accurate pass. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Mbappe.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Now it's Rice. Messi has it out wide and in space.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And this is Neymar. Here's face to face. It's net! It's in! Besiktas back on level terms. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. We have ourselves a real game here. Owen! And what a big quick in for the pieces! Goal! Besiktas! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Besiktas take the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Rice.
Arsenal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Delivered with swing.
Arsenal really might just end up kicking themselves.
He's going for goal! Oh, that could cost them.
Rice really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Number 21, Mbappe. Coming on the field, number 11.
It's Kukçu.
Number 20.
Looking for the run. Oh, his chance! Now it's Owen.
This is the time you need that pace.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, super ball! Played out to the left flank. And he won't reach that.
Substitutions taking place.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. He's going to be disappointed with that. Zanetti. He's a sharp little ball here, and he's worked it through. And they've got rid. And they're quick to get it back. Can he get it through? It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Owen. Rice. Looking to play him in. And he shoots! Seedorf. So what can they make of this? Nedved going full tilt down the left. Zanetti. Well played. Important challenge that. Whistle's gone and they've got themselves a free kick. Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Marquinhos. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Besiktas have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable. Enjoy. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And as you can see, we've already started here. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Oh, good spread. Now that looks a decent ball. That has been cut short. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Pedri. Can he get it through? Oh, super find. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Cute ball now. How can he... Great chance! He scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pedri. Bojan. No way through. Now it's Pullet. Engages and forces him off the ball. Quarter of an hour played. Roberto Carlos. Played in deep. Big chance! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
It's Makalele. Raul. And here's Bojan. Quality ball.
Besiktas really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, no joy this time. Davids. Great vision. And the finish! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Besiktas with the corner. They're first. Terrific header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the pass is intercepted. Lobbed in behind. That has not gone well. He's a sharp little ball here. Knocks it into space. Nedved unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pull it. And now the breakaway. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Bojan Krkic looking to get on the end of this. Davids. Great ball if he can get the chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Cross in. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, that's well spotted. Veron. Owen. Rijkaard gets it away. Owen. Pedri. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Not the most accurate pass. Aims beyond the defence. He's shifting through the gears here. It's Vieri! Pull it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
There will be 1 minute.
Looking
added
for
time.
options, for movement. Looking for the run. And that'll be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating.
Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Veron. Raul tries to play it through, and it's been played through. Just Boyan! And it's there! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Threads one in. Boyan. Can he get on the end of this? Shifted upfield. That ball looks a good one. Makalele. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Boyan. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. It's Vieri! Vieri! Amazing! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the headlines continue to get darker. And he shoots! They've done it! So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Out to the left it goes. Roberto Carlos going full tilt down the left. Oh, sweet feet. Pedri stood his ground strongly, and that's gone loose. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Owen. He's got away. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
So much time and space here. Triol did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now, can they get him away? A lot of space ahead of him. Oh, what a climb! It's in! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, Puyol.
Both sides then
Number
taking this
20,
chance to turn to their benches.
Number 7,
Besiktas have a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Alonso. Number 18, Mateo.
They've been given a corner.
Number 10, Di Maria. Number 11,
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Substitution in
Hefty
progress.
challenge, but fair enough. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedri. They played for Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos. Di Maria. Oh, easy pickings there. Ribery. It's a pretty loose pass. Searching pass he's played there. Zanetti. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, such a clever touch. Pinged towards the front line. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Spread out to the left. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That pass has been well intercepted. Cannavaro. And it's Zanetti. Now it's Neymar. Xabi Alonso cuts out the pass. Pedri. Ribery. And that is a little undercooked. Now he's got space here. That is good alertness. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Tries to pass it through, and he's in on goal. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Mateus makes the interception. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Oh, it's hit the post! Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. So, what can they come up with here? They're taking a moment to consider their options. Now, that was quite some save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Neymar. Mbappe. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so...